Dr. Dan's Freedom Forum is on the air. Never send to know for whom the bell tolls. It tolls for thee.
All right, I was following my dad around when he was quail hunting, when I was just big enough to walk. Got my first .22 rifle when I was 7 years old. Started hunting on my own when I was probably 8 or 9. In 1966, I believe it was, right over here, I was in high school, the 8th grade, FA there, they had a little contest. I won a Winchester Model 290 .22 rifle at school, and they gave it to me, and I walked home with it. We came to school with guns in our cars. We went hunting after that. We didn't enter into our mind to do anything stupid like they do nowadays. I think we had God and discipline in the school that had a bearing on our thought process, and both seem to be gone from our schools nowadays. I'm not going to stand up here and quote you the Constitution or the Second Amendment or anything else. But I believe that if you are a law-abiding citizen in the United States of America, that you have the right to own a firearm, period. I'm not going to give up my gun to anyone that comes in here from the federal government or whatever or wherever. I don't expect you to either. You know, if we do that, then what else do we have left? Why should we even want to go on living? That's the way I feel. I come from the school. If you leave me alone, I'll leave you alone. You bother me, you better get prepared because you're fixing to have a problem. And that's plain and simple as I know how to tell you. The commission from the governor says that he's the commander of the Army and the Navy and the militia. That's on the commission that they gave me to be the sheriff. Now, what is the militia? It's you people. It's not the Army, it's not the National Guard. It's the common folk with firearms that mind their own business and try to behave themselves. And I don't really know what else to tell you. If I can live till next Wednesday, I'll be 61 years old. I've had guns all my life. Whenever I die, whenever that is, if I stay in my right mind, I'm going to have a firearm for self-defense. And I expect y'all to do the same thing. If you're not a convicted felon in this state, you have the right to bear arms. Nothing drives me any crazier than sitting there watching TV where they've had a civil disorder or national disorder, and these thugs are pilfering through people's belongings or busting out storefront windows and stealing everything, and nothing's being done about it. I don't want that to come to Union County, and I'm going to do everything I can to keep that from happening. But I really don't know what else to add to that. I'm going to keep my guns, and I hope y'all are of the same mindset.
Well, good evening, It's a pleasure to be here, an honor to be here with all of you, my esteemed colleagues here also. I'd like to speak a little bit about our point from the Cherokee County Sheriff's Office. When I walked in tonight, I picked up a copy of the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution of the United States. We assign our officers in each car, we give them a small pocketbook of Psalms. You know, we assign them a quick guide to North Carolina law. This right here is what we're also going to assign at each of our patrol cars. Like Sheriff Mason, I grew up, you know, grew up in a family of 5. My father's a Vietnam veteran, eventually lost his life from some complications from Vietnam. 2 brothers, Marine Corps veterans, come from a military family. I probably started hunting when I was about 6 years old. From our standpoint at our office, all of our men and women, you know, we're going to stick by the Constitution, we're going to uphold it, and we're going to ensure that our citizens have the capability of bear arms and nobody's going to take it away.
Y'all forgive me. I promised my wife I was going to behave, but I'm going to have a real hard time sitting down and answering this question because it's very near and dear to my heart. First off, I'm going to reiterate what somebody said earlier, that I'm amazed and honored to be here tonight with you all. This is just a great crowd. And when it comes to the Second Amendment, or the First, or the 10th, or the 9th, or anything contained in the Constitution of the United States of America, I have a duty. I swore an oath to uphold it. You know, this is, and I'm going to try to be brief, but this is a point I really want to drive home. As Sheriff of Towns County, I have no authority but that which was delegated to me by the citizens I serve. The deputies and I use that authority on the citizens' behalf to keep them safe. I have in my vehicle most times, and I used it last night to protect a family from a deranged man, an M16 defense weapon. And you can make no mistake that my tenure as a law enforcement officer, when I was on the SWAT team and now as sheriff, I have used that weapon quite aggressively. But it's always been in the preservation of innocent life, period. The only reason I can carry that weapon is because the citizens of Towns County have a God-given right, recognized by our Declaration of Independence, recognized in our Constitution, in which our central government and anybody else was forbidden to infringe upon. I could go on for a long time, but I'm going to try to be brief. John over here, and unfortunately, I didn't realize we had so many patriots in our community that were going to show up tonight. I think he's only got about 30 copies of an open letter that I sent to our representatives in Washington. If you take the Towns County Herald, you read half the letter last week. They, for whatever reason, pulled my signature off page 2. I think page 2 is probably more important to you. Because in it, and I know Sheriff Kirby, I've read his letter, I was very, very clear with our representatives in Washington that I will exercise the full authority of the office of sheriff in defending every single constitutional right of every citizen of Towns County. There's no deputy, no police officer, no state trooper, and darn sure no federal agent that's ever going to come within the borders of Towns County, Georgia, and deprive citizens of their constitutional rights in contradiction to the supreme law of the land, as long as the good people are willing to allow me to serve them in this capacity. And that's John Hyatt. copies of that letter. He'll pass around as many as he can. If you go to the Towns County Sheriff's Office website, townscountysheriffsoffice.com, there's a PDF copy. You can print them, share them, email them, give them to everybody you want to. It's an open letter because I want those folks in Washington to get pressure from y'all.
The Georgia Sheriff's Association echoes what we've said. They're all standing firm, standing together. And gives me great comfort to know that a lot of you people out here know how to use a firearm. You have one, you are law-abiding, and you're not going to use it unless you need it. You call 911 and ask for a deputy, you'll get one. Are you going to get him within 2 or 3 seconds? Probably not. Get there quick as we can. But there's a lot of laws that are enforced, they're very good ones, that give you the right in the state of Georgia and through the Constitution and the federal laws that gives you the right to protect yourself. You just need to be able to prove that you were in fear of bodily harm or death. If you can convince someone of that, then you have the right to use deadly force. And knowing that you people, like to say, are armed, that doesn't bother me. That's a comfort to me. Why should I want to come and try to take your firearm? Doesn't make any sense.